Horns up and welcome to Headbanger Eats. My name is Sahil. Some of you might know me from my keto cooking channel Headbanger's Kitchen. Others might know me because of my music. I'm a death metal musician and I've been one for 20 years now. This is my channel where I do all things related to food that are not the keto diet. And if you like that kind of stuff, do consider subscribing to the channel and also hit the bell icon so you get notifications when I upload a new video. So this week I'm going to be trying a new diet, or a new way of eating rather. It's called alternate day fasting. It's pretty much what it says it is. You eat one day, you fast the next. Alternate day fasting. And there are a couple of versions of this. There are versions where people eat 500 calories or 20% of their calorie intake for the day on the fasting days, and there's another version called 5-2 where you eat 500 calories for 2 days and eat normally on the other. And frankly, if you're eating on fasting days, is it even fasting? But anyway, none of that matters because I'm doing the original version where I will eat nothing on the actual fasting days. Now, people say fasting has many health benefits, and of course, since the internet is the internet, there is constant debate and discussion about this. Some people say yes, some people say no, and I'm not going to get into all that stuff because I think there are enough channels that can give you the science of fasting and whether it actually works, and there'll be other channels that will tell you why it may or may not work and if you can achieve those same health benefits through other ways. So I'm going to step away from that. The way I see alternate day fasting is another way to calorie restrict and sort of gives you perhaps more freedom and flexibility, because on the days you are eating, you don't necessarily have to calorie count and watch what you eat too much. So that's the way I'm looking at it. And I'm no stranger to fasting. I've been doing intermittent fasting 16-8, that means 16 hours of fasting and 8 hours of eating for about 4 years now, on and off, but mostly I've been on it. And I've done longer fasts as well. I've done one meal a day. I've done, one meal a day. And to be honest, I'm not a fan of very long fasts because I like to eat. So I've generally given up on most of these fasting kind of challenges that I've undertaken. But I have a good feeling about this and I think I might do okay. So my plan is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, 4 days I will eat, and Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday I will fast. And when it comes to my workout, I'm going to do weight training on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Those are 3 of the days on which I will eat, and I will eat 3 meals: breakfast, lunch, dinner. I will still try and eat healthy. I will still try and eat low fat, high protein and moderate carbs. In fact, that's the kind of diet that I'm already on, and you can click here on the I button to check out my current diet. So that's the plan. And will I work out on the days that I'm fasting? I don't know. I'll have to see how much energy I have. But anyway, enough jibber jabber. Let the fasting begin. Good morning, guys. It's day 1 and the first thing I did when I woke up was I weighed myself and I was 70.2 kilograms. So that's my starting weight for this challenge. And of course, the first thing I do after weighing myself is I drink some water. That's how I generally start my day, so nothing different about that. Then I proceeded to make my black coffee with a little bit of stevia in it. It used to be 1 drop of stevia, but now I've switched over to a powdered stevia. So black coffee, I had a little bit of that, and then I proceeded to make my breakfast, which is something I don't eat often. So I made myself a turkey sandwich. My wife has made some delicious homemade bread. So I just took some bread, I put some cheese on it, and I put some leftover turkey meat that I had. You guys remember the $100 turkey I bought and cooked? Click here on the I button to watch that video. So I had leftovers from that, and I made sure the only thing I'm actually counting is my protein, and just wanted to make sure I got in 100 grams of turkey meat so that there's a reasonable amount of protein there. And yeah, here's my sandwich. I'm going to eat breakfast now. The plan is eat breakfast, work out, work throughout the day, just have a normal day, and I'll check in with you guys later. Oh, how could I not taste the sandwich on camera? Oh man, this sandwich is the thing dreams are made of. So I mixed the turkey meat with some gravy, and the flavor is just, it's like, oh man, I think this is my favorite way to eat turkey, in a sandwich. So good. Hey guys, so it's time for my lunch now, and before I dig in, let me just tell you what I did throughout the morning. After eating that delicious turkey sandwich, I did my workout today. So I did a 30-minute dumbbell workout, not as intense as I normally do it because I'm just recovering from shingles, but I did all my exercises and it was good. And then I decided to do an indoor walk in my house, so I walked for about 45 minutes. So I did my cardio as well, had a shower. Then I had a little snack, which was basically an orange and some watermelon. And I've been working ever since. After that, I'm getting ready to shoot an episode of Headbanger's Kitchen. But for my lunch today, I've got a wrap or a roll actually. And I just got like one of those ready-made parathas. And I put some kebabs I had on the paratha. Put some pickled onions and some green chutney, like the yogurt green chutney. And in fact, I have a recipe for this chutney. You can click here on the I button and check it out. And I'm just gonna have that for my lunch. Very simple. Again, made sure I have like 100 grams of protein, so yeah, keeping that high protein going, and the rest of it I'm not really counting. So yeah, gonna dig in and tell you how this is. I feel like it's all over my mustache. This is good stuff. Anyway, I'll check in with you guys tonight. Today seems to be fairly easy because it's my eating day. Tomorrow is the real challenge. And just like that, guys, day one is over. So it's 9:30 p.m. now, and I finished my dinner. Dinner was some chicken karahi, which I actually cooked up for a episode of Headbanger's Kitchen. I'll link it somewhere on the top so you can check it out. I had that for dinner with a paratha, just some chicken and some paratha. I also had some momos, and I also had some pea soup, and for dessert I had some grapes. So I did eat a bit more today than I would on a normal day, I guess, maybe knowing that tomorrow is no food at all. But I don't feel like sickly full. I think I've just eaten a reasonable amount of food, and I will check in with you guys tomorrow. I've actually downloaded a fasting app so I can just properly track how many hours I'm fasting at the end of it. Anyway, check in with you tomorrow. Good morning, and today is the real challenge because today is day 2 and it's my day of fasting. So I weighed myself as I normally do in the morning. I was 70 kilograms, so despite eating I had lost 200 grams. And today, no food, just black coffee and water. And I have made sure I have got a lot of activities planned for myself. I've got 2 videos to edit. I've got to go to my studio and record a song, play drums, and yeah, basically stay busy. Anyway, I'll check in with you guys later. Good morning, guys. It's day 3 and I have been fasting for 34 hours now. And I have woken up, I've got my coffee, I've got some breakfast here, and breakfast is just some scrambled egg on 2 slices of homemade bread and 2 chicken sausages. And you know what, before I even get into any conversation, let me just eat something because I'm actually feeling quite hungry now. Like, I'm legit hungry. Oh man, feels so good to eat food. Oh wow. I don't even care that this is not the best tasting sausage in the world, but I'm just glad to eat food again. Let me have a bite of the scrambled eggs. So if you're wondering, the red stuff on top is ketchup, and this is how my grandmother used to make it. So oh, and the bread, homemade bread. Okay, I'm gonna eat this right now, and then I'm gonna continue the conversation. Okay, now that I got some food in my belly, let's talk. Weighed myself this morning, I was 68.6 kilograms, which means I lost 1.4 kilos, and that's, I guess, just water weight. It's unlikely that I lost that much fat. Let's talk about yesterday now. Yesterday was my first fasting day, and it was a lot less difficult than I thought it was. I got through the day fairly easily. I made sure I kept myself busy. I spent most of the morning and the afternoon editing videos and doing work on my computer. In the afternoon, I did get a little bit hungry, like around 3 when I normally would eat lunch. So I did try and take a nap. But unlike normal days when I eat food and I'm able to pass out for like an hour, yesterday I actually was not really able to fall asleep in the afternoon. And in the evening, I went to my studio and I played drums. And the kind of drumming I do is quite strenuous, so it's like a cardio workout. And I was able to do it, but I did feel a little more fatigued than normal, and I did feel a little jittery on my legs. I also, recorded some vocals, so I did that, and then I also did a walk. I did an indoor walk in my house for about 40 minutes, and I did 4 kilometers, and I did a personal record. I actually started jogging inside the house, and I did a whole kilometer in like 6.55 minutes. So that was good. I mean, I was able to exercise, but I did feel a little more fatigued than normal. Of course, what really helped me throughout the day was drinking water all the time. So I kept sipping on water, which also meant I had to go and pee a lot, which was not fun. And I had 4 cups of coffee, which in hindsight was probably not the best idea, because normally I drink 2 cups. On a bad day I might have 3. Yesterday I had 4. And I was unable to sleep in the night. At first I thought it was the hunger, because I was hungry and I was looking forward to going to sleep and waking up and eating breakfast. But I think the coffee was probably what kept me up till late in the night. So on Thursday, my second fasting day, I'm going to try and stick to 3 cups of coffee at best. So yeah, that's pretty much yesterday. Today is my feasting day. There's not much to talk about. I'm going to feast and I'll check in with you later. Wow. It's day 4 and yesterday was a breeze because I was eating. For lunch I had a turkey wing along with some white rice, a mushroom sauce and some stir-fried morning glory. For dinner I had the other turkey wing. I can't believe I'm still eating that turkey. And I had some homemade bread and some more of that stir-fried morning glory. Have you guys ever tasted morning glory? It's delicious. And during the day I snacked on some fruits. I had some orange, I had some watermelon and I had some grapes. But today is the real challenge. Today is my fasting day, and in the morning I weighed myself and I was 69.9 kilograms. So all that water weight which I lost came right back. So you can see now how this works. Anyway, I'm prepared for today. Gonna keep myself busy. I've got black coffee, green tea and some water to keep me going through the day. And of course I must make sure that I don't drink any coffee after 6 p.m. because I want to see if I can get a good night's sleep, because I think last time that coffee just kept me awake. Anyway, enough jibber jabber. Let me check in with you soon. It's day 5 and after fasting for about 33 hours, I woke up and the first thing I did was have some breakfast. I had a sausage and egg sandwich, and yeah, I was so relieved to just be able to eat. Of course, when I woke up, the first thing I actually did was I weighed myself and I was 68.9 kilos. So I'd lost a kilo overnight. Again, water weight. I guess this is what professional athletes do when they want to drop weight and fit into a particular weight class. I mean, you can see it's bouncing up and down. You don't eat for one day, you lose water weight, you eat and the water weight comes back. Let's talk about yesterday, my fasting day, the second day that I fasted. I was okay in the morning, but around 1 p.m. I started to feel a bit tired, like I had a lack of energy. So I decided to take a nap. So I went to sleep for a bit, woke up, didn't feel much better. I thought maybe, like on keto, when you are just transitioning into ketosis, you lack electrolytes. So I had some salt and water, didn't feel much better immediately, thought I'd take another nap. But instead, I decided to walk. and I walked indoors for 60 minutes. So I felt good during the walk, but after the walk again I kind of felt a bit fatigued, and I was like, I didn't feel like doing anything. I really didn't have much energy, but I went to my studio and played drums nonetheless. I didn't play for very long, but I did play the drums. And when I came up, I had a shower, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to sleep and let this day get over. So I put myself to bed at 9:30 p.m., which is like 2 hours before I normally sleep, because I normally sleep closer to midnight. But yeah, I lay down for an hour, woke up for a bit, tried to go to sleep again. Finally, I might have fallen asleep sometime past midnight. Um, so definitely it was not the coffee, like just being hungry and going to bed hungry was not very pleasant. And yeah, today is my feasting day, so I'm going to enjoy and eat food. I'm actually really not looking forward to Saturday, but that's going to be the last day that I have to fast, so I'm going to try and power through for you guys. And yeah, I'll check in with you later. It's day 6, ladies and gentlemen, and today will be the third and final day of my fasting. And I am not looking forward to it, but it must be done. Anyway, I weighed myself in the morning and I was 69.2 kilograms, which means I only gained back 300 grams. So it'll be interesting to see my weight on the final weigh in, which will be Monday morning. And yesterday was my feasting day. But I must say this, in the morning, despite eating breakfast, I still felt a lack of energy, and it was only much later in the day that the energy picked up. Like I started to feel normal again. But I was totally unmotivated to work out, so I didn't do my bicep exercises, my dumbbell exercises. I didn't even do my indoor walk. I only managed to play some drums for about 45 minutes in the evening, and that was it. But I had some really delicious food for lunch. I was doing a food review for the channel. In fact, that video is already out now. Hungry Cat Kitchen. So click here on the I button to watch that food review. And for dinner was just some leftovers. I made a fried rice and ate that. And yeah, time to get back to fasting. I'm going to keep myself super busy today so I don't think about it. I just want this day to get over. Anyway, I'll check in with you later. It's day 7 and I am done fasting. After 34 hours of fasting, I broke my fast with some pork momos and some cheese toast. And today is my feasting day. So the challenge is not yet over. I will check in with you tomorrow with my final thoughts and the final weigh-in. But I weighed myself this morning and I was 68.4 kilos, which means I lost about 800 grams. And as you can see, with each fast, the amount of weight I lose gets less and less, which means I think my body is getting used to this now. Okay, so let's talk about yesterday very quickly. I was okay in the morning, but around 1 p.m. I took a nap for about 2 hours. I was able to do all my work, editing on the computer and things like that. But when I went to my studio and tried to play drums for like 45 minutes, I capped out after about 20 minutes. I was too tired and I just gave up. But I wanted to close the move ring on my Apple Watch, so I did an indoor walk in my house. And obviously I did it at a leisurely pace. I couldn't really go all out because I didn't have the energy, but I managed it nonetheless. Also, yesterday was relatively easier to just not be eating. Like, I think by now I'm getting used to the idea of not eating for an entire day. And in fact, even when I had to fry some kebabs for my parents' dinner and that smell was all enveloping my entire face, of those delicious kebabs, I was okay. But I did have some trouble sleeping. I was tossing and turning and I finally fell asleep at like 1 a.m. So yeah, that was yesterday in a nutshell. Anyway, today is a good day. I get to eat and I will check in with you tomorrow. It's day 8 and my alternate day fasting challenge is finally over. And I weighed myself this morning and I was 68.9 kilograms, which means I lost 1.3 kilos or 2.8 pounds in a span of just 1 week, which is quite a lot of weight to lose given that the recommended amount to lose in a week is 1 pound or 1% of your body weight. So I did lose a fair amount of weight in just 1 week. So would I recommend alternate day fasting? Absolutely not. And let me tell you why. So for starters, I just did not feel good. You saw it, I felt it. This entire week I was miserable. So for me, that is a red flag. Definitely not worth it. I mean, going to bed hungry was not a fun experience at all. I didn't even sleep well most days. Even the days I ate, I didn't really sleep that well. And even when I ate my meals, I didn't feel my body didn't really feel that good. Like every time I ate that breakfast, that big breakfast, I didn't feel great. So if you don't feel good on a diet or a way of eating, that's probably a bad thing. The second reason is sustainability. Can I see myself doing this for the rest of my life? Can you see yourself doing this for the rest of your life? I keep telling people fitness is forever. You're literally going to stop thinking about your weight loss and your diet when you die. So keeping that in mind, the third reason is the calorie deficit is too extreme. Now the only thing I like to be very extreme is my music. I like extreme metal, but I don't like my diets to be extreme. And frankly speaking, you can see I've lost a lot more than the recommended amount of weight. And I'm not someone who's morbidly obese or 50 kilos overweight, where that is not such a big deal. I should not be losing too much weight in a given week because I will probably lose muscle and it's just not good for me. So the way I see it is that I'd rather just intermittent fast and eat a few hundred calories less every day and lose the weight slowly but surely rather than do something this extreme. So that's why too extreme. And finally, all the associated benefits with fasting. The truth is there are lots of YouTube fasting gurus who will give you a long list of health benefits of fasting and things like that. And frankly speaking, I'm sure a lot of it is not even scientifically proven. And by that, just because the YouTube guy is quoting studies does not mean it's actually proven. But having said that, yes, I do know there are probably a lot of benefits of fasting, but the truth is, can those benefits not be achieved through other means? For example, we often talk about autophagy and fasting. And yes, that is definitely a benefit of fasting, but can you not attain autophagy through other means? And I do believe that you can through regular exercise and regular calorie restriction. So that's the other reason. How many of these fasting benefits are actually proven? How many are worthwhile? At this point, I don't see any sort of tangible evidence to justify doing this and being so miserable, for an end result that I can't even see yet, and that I may be able to achieve through a much more enjoyable means. And those are my reasons why I will not recommend alternate day fasting. But like I have said, there is no one diet fits all. What works for one person may not work for somebody else. So maybe alternate day fasting will work for you. Maybe it will fit well with your lifestyle. Maybe it's something you will be able to sustain. And maybe it's something you will be happy to do. But me, I don't think so. So on that note, I'm going to end this video. If you want, you can always try it for yourself and see if it's worth trying, worth doing. But I've done it. Hopefully my experience will give you enough insight into it. And I hope this video was enjoyable. If you did enjoy it, do hit that thumbs up button. And if you like these videos, do subscribe to Headbanger Eats for more awesome food content. And you know what? Let me know in the comments what food challenge I should do next. So till the next episode, cheers and keep eating. Hey guys, if you'd like to support this channel, please watch more of our videos. Click here and watch another Headbanger Eats video. Or if you'd like to listen to some of my music, click here and watch my music video.